It's going to be so hot in Phoenix today that they're grounding planes in the middle of the day. There's a certain kind of plane, I think flown by American Airlines, where the top operating temperature is 118 degrees Fahrenheit. It's going to be 120 degrees Fahrenheit. So they're grounding planes. Think of how extreme that is. I don't think I've ever heard this before. Actually, you know what? They point out in the article, though, that last time this happened was 1990. But that's a long time ago, dude. That's a long time ago. So now they're grounding planes because it's too goddamn hot. Here's a thought. This might be a much more common thing now. Now, again, certain planes actually can function in that level, but for whatever reason, there are other ones that can't, so they had to ground them. I think, did I tell you the time? From 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock in the middle of the day. That's when they have to ground them. But this might be a more common thing that's going to happen now. We discussed a story a month or two ago. That is a story that sticks out in my head because if there was ever an argument that could make conservatives go, okay, you know what, maybe we do try something about climate change. By the year 2100, the Middle East may be uninhabitable, certain portions of the Middle East, because it's just simply too hot for human beings to live there. Oh my goodness. But guess what happens in that scenario, conservatives? You have a refugee crisis that makes the Syrian refugee crisis look like nothing. So I guess you're cool with all the people from the Middle East coming to where you are? Right? Are you? Oh, you're not. Oh, okay. So maybe we do something now to address climate change, to try to prevent this. But, that's... even that is falling on deaf ears, unfortunately. But the weather, yes, to be clear, you can't take any individual weather event and say, like, okay, we're going to tie this to climate change. Because any individual weather event could be an anomaly. Like, sometimes it snows a lot in a given winter, and the Republicans go, see, global warming, schmorming. No, jackass. The way it works is trends. And the difference between climate and weather. Weather is what happens on any given day. Climate is over an extended period of time. And when you look at the trends, then there's no denying what's been happening. The climate has been changing, and there are horrendous consequences that go hand in hand with that. One that people talk about most often is probably sea level rise. So you lose some of the most famous, big, well-known cities. But you're also going to have increased drought. You're going to have increased famine. You're going to have wars over water. You're going to have the prices of everyday goods skyrocketing because of simple supply and demand issues. So there are really horrendous consequences to it. Trillions of dollars worth of damage, basically, is what climate change is going to leave us with. And we're at the point now where we're seeing things I've never seen, even though it happened once in 1990. So hot, they can't fly planes in Phoenix. That's unbelievable.